welcome to Talking Comics issue 11. I'm back once again with Rich.
Hi guys, how you doing?
At Limited Edition Comics with a great range, as always.
Cheers guys. Yeah, we try to please.
We've got some news now, because since the last time we spoke to you, NYCC's happened, New Comic Con.
Yeah, it hasn't been a massive amount of news, but some really good stuff come out of New York.
Yeah, I was a bit disappointed actually about the news that came out. I just felt like they didn't, maybe it's our fault. Maybe it's because we've been bringing you so much news that you guys already heard most of the news before they even got to the con. But I'm kind of just a little bit disappointed they just didn't save something next level for us to hear.
Monumental.
Yeah. I like to blow my own trumpet once in a while, and I want to bring up the Frank Cho Wolverine oil painting that has been released that we noticed some time ago.
You did.
Indeed.
You did.
I pulled it out, and it was, what, 3 weeks before anyone else had pulled it out, and I think that we did a great job there. So please, check it out. Have a look where he was originally hiding it. You're going to get to see that again. I'll put it up here, but really quite amazing, and the oil painting looks lovely, so well done, Frank Cho, and I look forward to reading the Savage Wolverine.
Yeah.
Now?
Yeah, I think it's Savage Wolverine.
Yeah.
Which was just like Savage, wasn't it?
Yes, it
with
was,
the slashes.
With the slashes, yeah.
Yeah,
that's right.
It's good. I did poo-poo Frank Cho for being late with his stuff.
You still feel that way?
I think he's on time. I think he's going to be on time with this, hopefully.
Oh, so you're U-turning on this a little bit?
I am. I think he's had a couple of months too, or a few months to actually get this.
You think he's been preparing secretly for a while?
Yeah.
I mean, if you're doing an oil painting, that takes time, doesn't it?
Yeah, so a few days of work.
You can see, if you, again, in that picture, you can see that work's been going on for a while.
That's good.
Interesting. Obviously, we've had the
Uncanny Avengers.
Yes, with the many variants that have come out.
We had a lot, and it's done really well. It's done very well. I think Marvel announced 300,000.
I was going to say 300,000 copies being sold. I mean, the only thing that's done better than that was Walking Dead 100.
Yeah.
So it's the second biggest comic sold pretty much this year,
which is phenomenal sales.
Yeah.
When you think about, going back 10 years ago, comics couldn't sell 150,000 tops.
Yeah.
And now we've got, 2 books in a year that have sold over 300,000.
Over 300,000. Really it's amazing. And I'm really happy for the comic book industry because it's a good sign that they're still pushing forward. But do you not feel like the reboots are, now that the reboots are going to have come to an end, they've got to start maintaining some of those people that they've brought on board in, and there's a worry that could easily just drop off?
Creative teams have to stay. They have to stay for a good 6 or 12 issues. And we can see that with some of the DC books. Some people have dropped off. Jim Lee has stayed to his stuck true to his guns and said, I'm staying on 12 issues, which has been great.
Right.
Because then you've got the after sales of the TPBs, graphic novels, which is what we look forward to is the bonus. It's the icing on the cake.
Right.
And I think Marvel have really got to get their act together with the creative teams. I mean, we've just had Superior Spider-Man with a rotation of teams, which is good.
Slott, Stegman.
Yeah, Ramos.
I mean, that's a seriously big lineup for Spider-Man, at least.
It's really good. Yeah, very good. But
and I'm sure you are as well, but I'm looking forward to that title.
Hugely.
And we had an interview. If you didn't get to check it out, you should go to the Talk Comics webpage and you'll get to see an interview that we did with Dan Slott, where he actually did give away that it was going to be Superior Spider-Man by accident a week before NYCC. That was a slip-up, unfortunately, but it was good for us. And secondly, there's going to be a crossover with Superior Spider-Man in June, with a character that he had to kind of politic to get, by the sounds of things. So that could be interesting, and I think it's going to be Daredevil.
I think it could be right. I think with Hell's Kitchen and Spider-Man in Manhattan, I think, it's a natural thing.
Also, we were kind of both right. We spoke about a while ago Marvel Now and the Daredevil not coming into the Marvel Now universe, and they recently announced that there's going to be a way that Mark Waid's going to enter it into the Marvel Now universe. And I think that's a really positive thing.
No renumbering, though. Which is
no renumbering. I suppose
is
it 24? I think they're going to come in at.
So.
Yes.
I mean, Red She-Hulk's been, was it issue 58? Was a Marvel Now book.
Yes.
So I think it's a good idea.
Moving on, this is probably the big thing today, isn't it? It's going to be Batman, Death of the Family, and what's going on with that, because that's probably the hugest thing. Apart from Marvel Now, that right now is going down the
Marvel
tree.
Now's been big, Uncanny Avengers was big, but Batman, my God, did that blow up in our face.
Literally.
Yeah.
Literally, in our face.
It's so good. It's so good.
What a beautiful little, I mean, I don't know if you guys can see, but there's a great little Joker mask there. It's absolutely fabulous. And it's put on front of the cover. And it was attached to it. I don't think there was an increase in the price, actually. So that was
no, not at all.
Totally free by
price
DC.
hike.
Beautiful.
Really
Thanks, DC. That's what fans need. That's what fans want.
Yeah, it's a gimmick, but it's a free gimmick. It's not no extra money on the price tag, which is good. But it's been phenomenally brilliant. I mean, we actually sold more copies of Batman 30 and Uncanny Avengers last week.
Really?
Yeah, we sold out.
So you sold out?
We sold out.
Oh, wow.
Gone. Customers are loving it. They're jumping on board the whole Death of the Family crossover.
We've got the Catwoman crossover here as well.
Yeah.
You can see that this here was the Catwoman. I know it looks exactly the same, but obviously underneath there's a...
You can tell by the eyes and sometimes the hair.
Yeah, there's a different cover underneath, and you've got the little side panel on here which shows that it's slightly different. So we're going to see it going across quite a few of the comic books.
Yeah, it's all the Batman titles apart from Catwoman? No, Batwoman.
Batwoman, yes.
Yeah, it's all those titles apart from Batwoman. I think there's 15 books. But there's been little hints to the return of the Joker in other comic books that...
oh, yes, and...
bit of a spoiler alert, this, when Elle pulls it up. But,
here we've got a comic book, and it says Red Hood and the Outlaws, which we know is an interesting book because of the last few pages.
Last page.
And this is I'm putting a spoiler alert here, big spoiler alert, because the last page of this book is... Go on, you tell them.
Shall I?
Go on.
It's the Joker.
It's the Joker. On the last page. We're not going to show you what that is. You need to go and check it out yourself. But it's there. So get yourself a copy and you'll get to see the image we've all been waiting for.
Yeah. Sort of.
Exactly.
Yeah. But it's cool. Very cool. But, this Death of the Family thing has been huge. And I think it's going to continue to be huge throughout I think we're going up to January for this.
Right.
So DC have timed this right. They've been very, very clever.
They have, because we had the reboot and they waited for the sales to start just peaking off, and now they've just slapped this on us, haven't they?
Yeah. I think they're waiting for the Marvel Now thing. I think they've just said, right, Marvel can do something big.
Yeah.
Let's do something not as big because they can't reboot or
they can't reboot.
But let's do something really grand. And this has been grand stuff. It's lovely.
It's such a clever long-term plot as well. These people, they obviously come together at some kind of secret place to come and have a conversation about what their long-term plans are, and it's such a beautiful idea when they do their long-term plan so that it fits with other areas that are going on in the comic market to make sure that they stay one step ahead. And I think that's what's quite special about what DC's doing. They're staying just one step ahead. Scott Snyder's announced that he's going to be working with Jim Lee on the new Superman title.
Yeah, well, Scott Snyder's brilliant, fantastic. Batman's brilliant. Swamp Thing.
I'm worried.
Vampire,
I'm worried. I'm worried. I just feel that he might overstretch himself.
Overkill.
They don't. You've got a talent there. You blanket him, then it's going to reduce. Not necessarily the quality, I'm not too sure about that. That depends on how Scott's able to cope with his workload. It's more the fact that it reduces the specialness of the individual because he's just everywhere.
Knowing Scott, though, I think he's had this written for a few years. I think he's had an idea, has gone, I really want to do this, and when the time is right, he'll bring someone in. And now he's a big name. Everyone wants to work with him, and Jim Lee to work with him, great.
I mean, that's going to put him into history books because Jim Lee working with him on Superman doesn't get bigger than that, really, does it?
I just hope Jim Lee's art is up to it. I mean, the last few issues of Justice League, not my favourite Jim Lee art.
Right. Okay.
No.
Okay.
So, but I would imagine Jim Lee taking a few months out, coming back all afresh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've got something else to talk about here. Let's move away from Marvel and DC for a minute. We've got a comic here that was free. It was absolutely free. I didn't pay for it. I've taken it on my way out. Thanks a lot. No, it's free. It was free. It's called Cyberforce, and it's from Top Cow, and it's got some pretty big names on there. You can see Mark Silvestri's on there. So that's going to guarantee out the beautiful artwork.
Didn't do the art inside, did the cover.
Yeah,
which was quite nice.
Fair enough.
But the art inside is fantastic for a free book, and the quality of the print, stunning stuff.
The artwork is absolutely beautiful. So check it out. You can come and pick a free copy up if there's any left. But
and the reason why it was free?
Well, you tell them.
They put this book through Kickstarter, which is an American group funding project. So if you've got ideas or you want to create something, I know for a fact that we're going to do something through Kickstarter. It's a great way of raising money, and people will put money into this, and this is where this was funded.
Right.
So it's allowed Top Cow Image to give this book away for the first 5 issues completely free.
Wow.
And it's great.
Amazing.
Really good.
Absolutely amazing.
And Top Cow done something quite good as well. Obviously, we're giving this stuff away. We're not making money out of it. So what they've done is they've actually said that for every X amount of copies you get, we'll give you an incentive cover, and you can price it at £5, £10. So we are making money out, which is quite nice. And the variants are really lovely as well. And hopefully Ellie will show you around about there, up there somewhere.
Oh yeah, right here. Like I always do, there's always something up here.
Beautiful covers, really good.
Okay. One of the last things we got to talk about today is Happy, which was written by Grant Morrison and drawn by Derek Robertson, who's one of my favourite artists. He's worked tirelessly over the years with people like Warren Ellis on Transmetropolitan, and he's worked on The Boys. So, you know, great artist, and he's worked on Happy with Grant Morrison, which is now getting optioned for a TV show.
You can see it straight away. See it straight away.
And New Bell's just passed me a copy very kindly, and there it is.
Got second print as well.
Second print?
Yeah, got second print.
So, you know, it's selling out, and it's a big cover at the moment. People are really loving it. Grant Morrison, obviously a massive name, and Derek Robertson is a great artist, so you can't really go wrong there. But what's interesting is the fact that it got optioned for a TV show. I think it is bizarre, and I think anything that Grant Morrison writes being optioned for a TV show is quite bizarre, to be honest. Can you imagine, like, The Invisibles and Filth getting optioned? I mean, those books were totally bonkers.
Yeah.
So, you know, I don't understand how that works, but obviously, in some way, that this is going to be done into a TV show.
Hopefully. I mean, I can't see it working as a TV show. I mean, there's so much good stuff out there in the TV land.
Yeah.
Walking Dead being one of the best things out there, but it's going to be just bizarre.
We've focused more on comics this week than we normally do. Normally it's a bit more news, but this week it's just so many comics that are coming out. So get down to your comic shop. Make sure, especially get down to this comic shop, and make sure you're picking up all of the comics that you want to be reading this week. And we'll hopefully see you again next week with Zach on Talking Comics issue 12. Thank you very much for being here today.
My pleasure.
It's been a pleasure to talk to you again, Rich, as always.
Thank you very much.
And
it's always a pleasure.
We look forward to seeing you again soon.
You'll see me next week. Or the week after.
The week after.
The week after.
What have you got on offer for us this week?
Right, as Zach has reviewed it, and we love this book, and once again, Zach is all over the Hickman vibe.
If you're on the week before, by the way, Zach's reviewing it next week.
But it's such a cool book.
It's such a good book.
We're time travelling with this one.
We are time travelling. Going back in time.
We are looking at Omnibus, which has got to be it's got to be a 400-page book there. 28 issues. I think you get the special in here as well.
Yes.
Which is really cool. And we're looking at $100, £50 with free shipping.
Free shipping? You've been waiting for me to say that. Free shipping, 50 quid, Omnibus, sort it out, get it here.
Awesome Christmas present.
Fabulous.
There we are.
A week of your life. Promise you won't regret it.